Okay, so hello Cheryl, lovely to see you again. And we're doing a short recorded interview for you to be able to tell people about having worked with me and just to share some of your experiences. So thank you for that, and I'll just leave you to say what you'd like to say for a moment.
Fabulous. Well, those that know me will know that I can talk for England. I'm a natural talker, but trained listener. And like Mary, I'm a coach. And so I spend much of my time listening to other people. And I became interested because what I don't always have in my communication is structure. So what I really like about, and mine's a bit stripy because when my printer was printing it off, I quite like the stripes. But Mary sends you a power flower like this. So you've got 5 keywords. And when I heard the words as well, peace, passion, power, progress, and purpose, they were kind of words that resonated with me. They made sense of things that I want to put attention on right now. But if you are somebody that sometimes just can't find the words to articulate. Now, when I work with clients, we tend to find a way of turning those feelings into metaphor, and then we turn them into language. But ultimately, it's words that trigger our thoughts, our feelings. So things that people say or don't say, the lack of words or too many words, all of that stuff. So I'm always interested in stuff to do with words. And why I loved working with you, Mary, was because you gave me this power flower, and then we've got these beautiful cards here. Because I can quite often get wrapped up in like thousands of words, because I can talk for England and I can say lots and lots of words. And so what happens with the process is that Mary invites you to select cards at random, whatever you do, and then you pick a word. So I've actually got adventure, which I have to say, it has been an adventure working with you, because what I found with you, even though we worked online, Mary, was that getting your newsletter, and I know you do another product which I am thinking about signing up for, called the Point of Focus, because what you actually do for your clients is you bring Cornwall into their world, and it's like the end of the world. And then the newsletter this month was about, you know, that you go this way and you can see Wales and Ireland, and you go this way and you can see the Pacific, and that's America. And even though, just as you're doing right now, you don't say very much, but because you show up in that space of Cornwall and the cliffs, and when you describe in those newsletters, you describe the plants down to the detail, and the noise and the smell and the essence of that, it's when I can imagine myself on those quest days with you. And that's the magic that you put into my life, is you've given me a reminder of the importance of nature when it comes to decision making, but you've also reminded me of the importance of structure. I've always known from coaching it's great to have people outside, but now, because I've got these cards, I can get up every morning. I was doing a coaching session with somebody yesterday, and I just asked myself, you know, I'd like this session to be just like what? And rather than having to think about the words, I just picked 3 cards. I'm like, oh yeah, I like them, they work. And so to some extent, they've been a really useful tool just to generate words for discussion, generate, for me, on a self-coaching basis. Some clients have seen them on the side and asked me what they were, and they've picked out cards, and we've had some fun with that. So that it's an ongoing process now, that having done one session with you, I've got the cards and I've got your emails. And I think it's really easy in society for people to think quiet people aren't really, well, I have to confess, I used to get fed up with quiet people who wouldn't tell me what they were thinking and feeling. And I used to think, oh, for goodness sake, just speak up. And the more I do this listening, and the more I train myself to have more compassion for our differences, the more I recognize the value in paying attention to what people bring to an environment. And though you don't say much, and you gave me the freedom to talk, what you did with the power flower is so skillfully helped me structure my thinking. But what I really liked the most is that when you noticed that certain words, so I might have chuckled or avoided or skipped over a particular word, and because you are quiet and reflective, you're observing that probably at a much higher level than some people would be doing. And I think that's the magic you bring. That's it. If I could sum it up, if I could have done this video shorter, I think because you are very exquisite at listening and observing, you notice the detail. And I work with lots of people who get bamboozled by the amount of words I give them, that they cannot keep up with. They're trying to listen to everything, and you're not trying to listen to everything. You're just looking for those little nuances, a bit like when you're out on your quest and you're spotting the animal or the plant or the change in the clouds. And ever since working with you, I've noticed when I go out in nature, I pay more attention to detail. And when I turn these cards over, I pay more attention to my emotional reaction to them. You've given me that gift of paying more attention to the little things that matter. And I mean, and that we can play that word down, we can't, we have the little things, but actually it's those small things that make a massive difference in our lives. And so this is my way of saying thank you for your time. Keep doing what you do. If anyone's thinking about working with you, I highly recommend that if you know, maybe you're an introvert and you're very quiet and you feel that you a bit fearful about becoming too powerful, then definitely speak to Mary, because she's a powerful lady with powerful tools. If you're someone who, like me, talks a lot and you know you need to be a bit gentler, perhaps tune into your nurturing side. Hopefully this is still recording, Mary, because you just frozen. Hopefully it's still recording. If you're more of a talker and you know you need to tune into sort of the quiet nurturing side, definitely speak to Mary. If you know that you need to pay more attention to the detail in yourself and others, talk to Mary. And if you definitely want to get out in nature and you definitely want to visit Cornwall, whether it's metaphorically through the beauty of Zoom or in real life, then do talk to Mary about her quest days, because I have to say they are on my radar and they just sound magical.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sheryl. And well, I'm blushing because I'm so overwhelmed with all the wonderful things you said, and I know they're true because I know what I do works for people, and it's not easy to say that about yourself, which is why it's so beautiful to hear your words and know that I can share these with others with your permission. So thank you so much for that, and I'll see you again very soon.
You're very welcome. All the best.